Hey guys, Cyclomania here. Did a lot of work on the hot tub today, or actually tonight. Biggest thing that I got done was that I got the drains done on the saltwater tub, and I got the heaters installed. Each of these thermostats right here, or heater controllers, are 300 watts a piece. And I'm still missing 300 more watts. The guy had to order one more for me. So we're going to be a total of 1,200 watts for about 340 gallons, which I know you guys might think is overkill, because you're looking at about 2.5 watts per gallon is what you want. But since I'm out in the garage and I have such high temperature fluctuations, I would say maybe even over 25 degrees sometimes, I'm going to want as much heat as I can possible. Plus, I'm also worried that one might break down or not. But basically, I still got to put one more slot for a heater controller right there, and I might get a Reef Keeper Elite and put it right there. I don't know. But I just cut the board a little bit bigger so I could use it for future growth. Biggest thing right now that I got going on is I'm filling up the tub. It's been taking a while because I had been having issues with the drain that I explained to you guys in the last video. I received a few comments on what to do with the drain. And the biggest problem that I thought I was having was maybe a frozen line outside. Master Tech Repair, he sent me a message on basically putting a 3-inch PVC pipe out there with 2 caps, drilling a hole through the caps, running the hose through there, and putting insulation in there. It was a great idea. I was at Lowe's today, basically picking out parts for my drain for the tub. And I didn't stop by the house after work to see what kind of PVC I had, and I just didn't know what size caps to get for the pipes that I already had here. So what I did is I jerry-rigged it real quick. I wrapped the towel around it, put the space blanket around it. It has not frozen yet, or has not froze yet. But the biggest upgrade that I did to it, and this is the main thing that I think was the problem, is that the line didn't have a breather valve on it. I went ahead and got a T-barb right here, as you can see. Let me get in here a little bit better. As you can see, there's we continue the water flow right here, and then we also run a breather line or a vent. These are in homes. And we're going to run that above the water line, which is right here. If you stick your ear right here, you can basically hear it gurgling and getting air. And that air bubble's still there, but it has shrunk significantly, and it has been able to keep up ever since I did this. So as you can see in the previous videos, that strainer was underwater. This has been running for about 4 hours with the breather vent in there, and I haven't had any issues whatsoever. So the problem solved there. So now I can run this RO unit basically 24/7, and really stoked about that. So I can start getting on making this water. TDS is still 0 parts per million, which I'm real ecstatic for, basically because I built this RO unit for way less than what it would cost to buy a brand new 5-stage. So right now I'm just waiting for the hot tub to fill up, and basically after that we will be able to add the salt, turn on the heaters, and I will go purchase some fish, and we'll start to cycle this tank. I went ahead and tested out my carbon reactor, which is insane. It worked, I mean, perfect. Basically, I did it with the tub half full today, or quarter way full, and I opened up that valve barely, and I was pushing a little over 10 psi on the pressure gauge, and same with the pressure gauge that I had over here. So when I plugged my hand over the drain, I was pushing about 20 psi, and it was just spraying out of this hose. So I know that the carbon reactor is going to work just fine. I'll be able to keep my water nice and crystal clear, and I was just real stoked that I had enough power and this design worked. So that's all done. I don't know if you guys can notice, but there's something different here, and this is the full setup for the drains, which I did with all ABS parts. As you can see, there's a nice strainer on this. I think it turned out good, especially the bottom piece. I wanted to kind of create an area to where I can, you know, if I would have just had a single pipe running out, I think it would have kind of been funny. But here, I'll go ahead and pull this one out of the water. But basically, there's 3 drains on this thing. And I mean, I think it looks really cool, and it performs really well too. So I was excited to get that done today. It's kind of hard to get it in here with one arm, but I'm in. So my RO unit's supposed to produce right around 100 gallons in a 24-hour period. Now, so 2 days. I got to go to Grants Pass on Thursday for work out of town, and I'll be back Friday. And I'm thinking by Friday that the tub should be over full. I should have this full and have 50 gallons of fresh RO in the reservoir up there. And so I'm thinking this weekend what we're going to do is turn this thing on. We're going to go ahead and start running it. I'll go ahead and add a few fish in here, start getting the tank cycled. I haven't purchased any live rock just because I don't want basically any unwanted pests. So I got to do some research. I'm thinking about getting about filling this 3/4 of the way full of rubble rock. I'm just, I don't want to introduce any pests to the system. So I'm going to do some research. Maybe I can basically make a solution up with Coral RX in a 5-gallon bucket, you know, or maybe 2 5-gallon buckets, fill that up with rubble rock, basically kill everything that's in there. Hopefully the good stuff survives. Like I said, I got to do a little bit of research on that. And maybe I can add the rubble rock in there and basically get some biological filtration going on. It's either that or I'm going to go on Bulk Reef Supply and order basically, how do you say, dry rock. Rock that has been dried and doesn't have any unwanted pests. It's going to take longer to cycle my tank this way, but in the long run it's going to be safer and less worries that I'm going to have to worry when I go to inspect each coral. And you know, all I got to say is I'm going to try to be as careful as I can possible. That's why I got the 14-gallon quarantine tank that I'll be quarantining corals just before they go into here. They'll be getting in their Coral RX dips, getting all the fun stuff that they need right there. And I just want to make sure that I don't basically screw up my investment. I got a lot of money invested in this system right here, and I want to keep it basically as safe as possible. You know, you kind of treat this as a savings account for another tank if you had another tank, but for me, this is my my bank, my savings account, my coral bank, basically, as you can call it, for the tanks that I take care of out in the business that I have that I do. So with that said, I got to be very careful with the things that I put into this tank, and be cautious and patient. Patience the biggest thing for me. It's hard to not be patient. I really haven't figured out what I'm going to do with the heater install yet. I know I can have one heater right here, one heater right here, and one heater right here. And I just stuck the probes on there. Nothing special or anything, but basically the reason why I like these heaters is it doesn't matter if they're touching each other or they're close to each other. It depends on what the temperature probe's reading. So basically my thoughts behind this was to keep the temperature probes all at different levels to basically monitor the temperature of the water at its lowest point and the highest point and the middle point. I'm going to see if I can get one of those temperature probes down in the water down there. But if anybody else has any other ideas about that, let me know. The suction cups that came with these Aqua Heat 300 waters, they're just, you know, they're not the best thing. That one's real good, but some of these are all smushed up. Let's give them a good lick. You know, they tend to grab pretty good. So, you know, actually, I didn't realize that those were going to stick so good. I guess I should have licked those the first time I tested these. So basically what looks like what I can do is I'll just run a heater here, and a heater here, and a heater here. And I know it's all on that side of the tub, but there's going to be plenty of circulation in here. I'm not going to have to worry about the heat not getting to the other side of the tub. But the reason why I did that, I just wanted all my thermostats basically all in one location so I can do a quick monitor on that. But hope you guys enjoy this video. We're so close. I'm so excited. I know it's taken a long time and a lot of money, but all in all, I'm satisfied with how everything's turned out. I just want to say thanks to all you guys out there that have helped me through this process, and I'm sure there's lots more questions that I'm going to have that I'm going to need answers for, and basically yeah, that's about it. I got a few other things I got to do. I still got to install a protein skimmer, which I'm not even close to worried about. That's probably something I'll need to worry about around 90 days, you know, maybe even 4 months down the road, once this tank really starts getting its first stages of cycling going on. But I do need to purchase a MaxiJet pump for that, a 1500 with a Venturi pump on there, or needle wheel. And I got to basically figure out exactly how I'm going to install that here. But yeah, I see that one of those suction cups fell off. But I don't know, maybe they'll hold. But yeah, that's about it. I still got to build a frag rack, which I ain't really too concerned about right now. My biggest thing is focusing all my energy on getting this thing up and running. So post a comment, guys, if you have any questions for me or any concerns. Subscribe if you guys are new viewers. I'm really getting a lot of subscribers these days. One of my videos has been doing really well, which is check out my 55-gallon waterfall. I think I posted that video 11 months ago, and it just hit almost 29,000 hits today, and I was just real stoked about that because 2 months ago I looked at that video and it was right around 2,000 hits, and someone messaged me today about it, and I went and checked it out, and it was almost at 28 or 29,000. I was just like, wow. So I appreciate that, and I think the reason why that happened is because I had so many likes on there. I had 26 likes. So if you guys don't mind, give me some likes. Let me get my tanks out there and help me network across YouTube and basically get as much help as I can with my viewers. And yeah, I guess that's it, guys. If you guys have any questions regarding my aquaponics system, give me a holler. I just switched over my lights to 12 hours, so they should start basically producing fruit. So I guess that concludes my video, guys. Stay tuned for my next episode, which will probably be me getting my tank to the right salinity and firing up my pumps and never turning them off. See you guys.